Yes.
So that they will see that
Yes.
the Lord is trying to draw them. They need the Lord as well.
Yes, they do.
Praise God. They need Him, and He's trying to draw them. Praise God. Let's continue to remember them as a unit of prayer. Let's remember.
Hey, sis.
If you get the text,
What text?
sometimes they playing games since they know somebody was up in there sick. She
Why, what?
talking about the church gonna be closed because they cleaning the seats and the carpet.
Ah.
So the service gonna be on the conference line. I guess she was talking about Bible study. I don't know what she talking about.
No, I didn't get it. Well, I guess she'll send it to me.
I'm like the carpet and the seats gonna be clean. Now it's be late with that match. Y'all should have been doing that. I know Robinson said her and Cheryl was supposed to start back doing it on Saturday. But I guess since she was sick, I guess they ain't do it. But they need to spray those them drapes and wipe them down with some real light to them.
Yeah, right. You got that right. Help them get it together.
Over past and go to Bishop. And you should have learned by now that don't get you nowhere.
Yeah, because
That's just get you problems. That's all that's going to get you is problems. You ain't learned yet? They ain't made it to the evangelist. You ain't learned yet?
No.
Keep on running the business. Keep on running the business. And I'm going to tell you something. You can run stuff business all you want. All you say is going to stay right there with Bishop. Bishop is not going to say, you know what, I was looking for evangelist only. And I think she's right. We need to do something like this, like that. It'll never happen. You just wait for her.
I think that Bishop does go to Pastor about certain things, but Pastor shut him down.
Because that's when she feels that it's not his mind, it's somebody else's mind.
But she shut him down with everything, sis, to be honest. Because what is Bishop doing? Bishop still ain't doing nothing.
It
still ain't doing nothing.
He's just like her. They don't want to do nothing, and they don't want nobody else to do nothing.
Yep, that's how it is. You got that right. Because if he wanted somebody to do something, he would go on and do it.
And they always say, y'all can do what y'all want. Y'all want to do something, go ahead and do it. Stop lying. You know, go on, nobody can't do nothing in there unless that lady say so.
And I told him that. I said, well, you know what? I said, you need to stop saying that, Bishop, because you know that he will bust out, start laughing. When nobody be there but me, him, and Elder Robinson and Cheryl, that's what he be open then. He be saying all he wanted to say about Pastor and everything. Because he know he could say it in front of us.
Because he's here, because people ain't nothing, you're not going to go back and say nothing.
Yep, he ain't going to tell her nothing.
That's right. He won't do that in front of me.
Mm-mm.
But I will go back and tell her stuff, because I don't want to get between the he said, she said that. But he be like iffy. She gonna say something, go back. But like I said, he knows. He don't have to wonder with y'all. He will have to wonder with me.
Yeah. But what he be saying, it's not so much that we wouldn't go back and tell her. It's just because he don't be saying that type of stuff. Whatever it is that he be saying that you can go back and tell her. No, we don't go back and tell her because we ain't going to go back and tell her and say, oh, Bishop was in Bible study talking about you need to let us go and preach and you need... We ain't going to go back and tell her that. So that's why he opens up and tells us that this is how he feel. He want us to do all this. But it's her that's stopping it. Now, he ain't going to go back and tell her that I think you holding down the people.
Yeah.
And he know we ain't going to go back and tell her that he said that you holding down the people. So we can have an open conversation with him and he'll get to hear what we got to say. And we get to hear him. But then when it comes down to the whole nitty gritty, he punks out to go back and tell her. To go and tell her. And that's what Odin was saying. Odin said that he was telling her, that she was telling him that it's time for you just to go ahead and do. Y'all as leaders got to do this. It's the new year. Y'all got to get a vision. What is it you want us to do? Everybody's jealous about this. They don't want this person to do this. They don't want that person. And y'all just need to step up. And you just need to go ahead.
Who's jealous about somebody doing something? You did the stupid appreciation program. Ain't nobody blocked your silly self. You did the silly program about the sisters' love. Ain't nobody. You doing programs that ain't going nowhere.
Well, I think what she meant is that because ain't nobody blind. They can sit there and see that nothing I try to do go nowhere. So when I tried to do the outreach with the Back to Church Sunday, you see it got shut down. That was pure jealousy.
No, that was Pastor being petty because it was sad that lady encouraged you, cheered you on to do it, and then when it was time for her to do it, she gonna punk the people. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't nothing on you. God showed up the people. Because like I said, that's not your back to Sunday. That's God's back to Sunday.
Yeah, but what I'm saying about the jealousy is that they was jealous because it dealt with outreach that Elder Robinson was over. So therefore, Elder Robinson didn't want to do it. So a lot of yang yang was being talked. And since Pastor Glover knew that people didn't want to do it, then she just shut it down that day. Because she already knew. She already knew people didn't want to do it.
If I can't say Elder Robinson didn't want to go out and do it and do it, because I had, when Odom backed out to go walk with her, I stepped up and took Odom place so Robinson had somebody to walk with. That's how I got into it. Robinson did want to do it. But when Pastor started talking that stupid pantry stuff and food bank stuff, all those people who get money backed out. Robinson did want to do it because Cheryl was like, please don't walk mommy too fast, and she can't walk in the sun. I was like, yo, I got bad knees. We ain't going to be walking fast. She did, I can say for Elder, she did want to do it up until Pastor pulled that rank about that food bank people.
Okay.
I don't know why she was the last one that got the memo.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why they all pulled out. But Pastor started talking that food bank might pop up and y'all not here. But Robinson did it up to the last minute. She did want to do it.
Well, that is true, because she surprised me and she came in and was giving out her envelope.
Yeah, she did want to do it because after Odom backed out, I said, well, I'll do it. I'll walk with you. And, like, if she can't walk fast and she can't walk in the sun, and I'm like, yo, I'm not walking fast and I'm not going to be walking in no sun either because I'm black enough. So, but she did say she would be with me. I teamed up with her to go. And then after 2 minutes, like 2 minutes later, she bailed out like the rest of them. And I tell you, because Pastor started that stupid food bank mess. And then I tell you how she supposed to got back at me. She could, Robinson and them, they all ate the breakfast. I come back there, she didn't even let them clean the kitchen. So when I got back, I had to clean the kitchen. And I knew they were told not to do it because Robinson was telling me, always clean up when I cook. Always. I have to tell Robinson sometimes to get out the kitchen and get out the food. But I knew they were told not to clean the kitchen. I knew they were told. She couldn't have something getting back at me because I left the pantry and went with you. I knew what she was doing. So that's all I was saying. How you gonna, encourage you and push you to do it during the time came to do it. You're gonna tell the people gonna do it. But what I was saying is that the people showed where they were not in the Lord. Because like I said, that wasn't your Baptist Sunday. Those is not your sinners out there in the world that need to hear come to church. Those are not your sinners.
But sis, Pastor Glover didn't encourage me to go. It was Bishop.
Well,
and when Pastor Glover went and talked to Bishop, whatever she said to Bishop started stopping me. And I feel he was the one that stopped it because he stopped Brother Taylor. He stopped all the men. And then I guess when Pastor Glover got, as you saying, in reference to the pantry, then she dealt with the women. But it was Bishop that stopped everything. Because Pastor Glover didn't even push me on. Bishop was like, yeah, you go ahead and do it. That's right, because we was on the phone talking, don't do it. Then as we got closer to doing everything, I kind of caught on to it because Brother Taylor was kind of like getting he was getting like an attitude, like he was coming at me. And I was like, well, it's okay. I'll still go on. No, if y'all want. Because they started talking about, well, don't we got to come to the pantry on Tuesday? I said, well, that's why I'm saying we come Monday. We stuff the envelopes and we can go out Monday. I mean, every time they said something, I had something else to say.
And you know what? I think Brother Taylor was kind of mad because he was, this is just, I'm just saying. This is the second time that we try to put this outreach thing in progress, and y'all two-faced leaders keep coming in my ear with this yang yang. But y'all yang yang to the person who got us all together. I think he was more mad that y'all keep saying we can do this, and then when it gets time to do it, y'all keep coming up with this nonsense and mess it up.
Yeah.
I think he was more mad at the leaders that y'all keep doing this two-faced stuff.
Yeah. Good. He wanted to talk to me because I guess he was talking to Elder Robinson and Bishop about it. And I guess whatever Bishop was telling him, whatever, it's good, it's right, whatever. So he will go to Elder Robinson, talk with Elder Robinson.
Yeah.
Because now he comes to me to get me to go to Elder Robinson to ask permission to go out. And I'm telling him I don't got to go ask her for no permission. I said, because she already said that she was going to do this. So he kept saying, we stood on the corner of Elton for about an hour or two talking about it in the cold. Just talking. So I finally said, okay, all right. Because I was telling them, I kept telling them, I said, the Lord already told me not to say nothing to the lady. She said, well, all right, well, maybe you should go back to the Lord, ask the Lord, will it be all right for you to go? I said, listen, this is what the Lord said. The Lord said, don't say nothing to the woman. And he just kept going back and forth with me because he didn't believe that the Lord told me that. So I said, all right. I said, we'll see. So that Sunday, that's Sunday, that next Sunday, because this was a Sunday. That next Sunday, when he came back to church, because all during the week he ain't show up. So now, when we got to church Sunday, after I got there kind of early, like towards the end of Sunday school, and she was going into the kitchen. And I walked behind her in the kitchen. And I said, oh, because he had told me that Elder Robinson said for me to come to her and talk to her about it. And she would talk to me. So I went to her and I said, oh, Brother Taylor said that you wanted to talk to me. She said, no, I didn't. And when she said that, that confirmed just what the Lord said. Don't say nothing to her. So she got really hostile towards me, angry. Nope. I said, oh. So I caught on to her anger and I said, I'm not feeding into it. So I said, oh, okay, no problem. I walked away. I went on. I was going in there to heat up my coffee. After she had that little attitude, I walked out with the cold coffee and went to the store. So now that Wednesday when we go to church, now he comes to church. Now the week before that, he didn't come. Because he thought I was going to go to her during that week. But I didn't. For some reason, I didn't go to her. So I went that Sunday, but he didn't know I went that Sunday because he had left early because he kept avoiding me. So now I didn't know why he was avoiding me.
Because he lied?
No, he avoided me. He was avoiding me because he had went to Elder Robinson. He had went to Elder Robinson and said to Elder Robinson that I was coming to him. And whatever was said, right? So now, the Wednesday night, I come to church, and he's sitting up there, and he mad. I can see it in his face. He mad. So I didn't know whether to speak to the man or not, but I came in, I went downstairs. He was standing there, rigid. He was not standing there. He was in the back of the choir, rigid. So I was like, what's going on with him? So I just said, praise the Lord. And he just kept looking straight. Praise the Lord. So I went on downstairs. So when I came back upstairs, he was still sitting there the same way. So I walked over to him. And I said to him in a nice tone, I said, and I went to her. I said, and I told you that she wasn't going to agree with it. That she didn't want to talk to me. And he was like, yeah, I know. He said, and that's what I was saying to her. He said, because I had to go to her and I had to let her know that she did tell me to come to her. So correction. She went to him and told him, why did you go to me and tell me that she wanted to talk to me when she didn't say that? And he said, I had to tell her that she did say that because she wanted to make it seem like I was lying. But see, I didn't know that. So until he told me, I said, because when I went to him and said, well, see, I said it nicely because I could tell that he was angry and I didn't know what he was angry about. So I said, see, I went to her and I tried to talk to her and she did not want to talk to me. She got real angry with me. And then he said, yeah, I know. He said, yeah, I know. Then his voice started getting a little loud. He said, yeah, I went to her and I had to let her know because she was trying to make it seem like I was a liar. So he was talking in riddles. So I said, Lord, you got to help me to understand this because I don't know what he's saying. He said, yeah, because she was trying to make me out a liar. And I was like telling her, well, listen, if you said that, I wouldn't have told the lady to come to you if you didn't say that. And then he got kind of quiet. So I caught on that she came to him and got on him. And that's why he was sitting there mad. But he got to see that God was right. He told me, the Lord told me not to say nothing to that lady. And I stood in that I stood there with it was me, him, and Michelle for a while, and then Michelle was like, I gotta go. To Joy, I said, okay. And me and him stayed there for another hour talking. And I kept trying to persuade that man that God did not want me to say nothing. So that's why he had to get mad, because he got to see that what I said was true.
Yeah.
And that lady was mad, sis. This is Bible study. They came up there, and he had so much animosity in that Bible study. And nobody ain't know what was going on but me, Elder Robinson, and him. Bishop was like cutting stuff off. All right. Elder Robinson was saying stuff, or people ain't got no right saying stuff. Now, mind you, they ain't had nothing to do with the Bible study.
I know it didn't.
And you could be talking about Jesus went and walked on the water. Yeah, he walked on the water, but he ain't go back telling people no lies about him walking on the water. He walked on the water. And Bishop like, how did that get in with this? And then Bishop would go and talk about, Noah went on and made the ark. And here she go. Or here he go. Yeah, but Noah didn't lie about it. Noah went and made that ark. And he didn't care what nobody said. He went and got on that ark. And here go Ella Robinson. Yeah, he got on the ark, but they had to tell him the truth for them to get on the ark. I said, you know what? Y'all going crazy right now.
Yeah, they both need mental health.
That's how that was. And Bishop, everybody, Mother Anderson sitting there looking over our glass like, what is going on? And I just had my head down because I knew what the rivalry was about. I knew what it was about. Bishop had to, I think about twice or three times, Bishop had to be like, all right. Let's move it right along. Elder Robinson, go ahead and read. He had to cut off. Sometimes he had to cut off Brother Taylor. And sometimes he had to cut off Ella Robinson. Because now they in the rivalry going back and forth. And Bishop don't even know what's going on. I guess after the fact, he knew. Because he probably called Brother Taylor and asked Brother Taylor.
Well, sister, how the lady gonna be wrong and then try to bully her with her wrong for right?
Yup, that's what she's doing.
You had to talk. You knew you was talking down to that man about that lady.
Yup.
About you.
He told me what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he didn't want to say her name. That's how I knew who he was talking about. Because he started talking to me first. And that's when they got that little togetherness with the Denny man and Oldham, and they all going out giving out tracts. So I didn't go along with them.
And it never happened. Because they didn't put Robinson in.
Yes, exactly. So now everybody mad. Robinson mad because she talk about I'm not going. People are always walking over me because all of that was in the Bible study too. People walking over and people don't want to listen, and you ain't supposed to go over this, and you ain't supposed to go over this person. And then here go Brother Taylor. Huh?
The person ain't doing nothing. So the world's supposed to stay the same. If you got God gave you the knowledge and the power to go change the world. Because you ain't doing nothing, and you got 10 other people who willing to do it. So the world just stay the same because you won't let the other 10 people go do it because you won't do it?
Exactly. You got it right. That's just how it is.
You holding up the world.
Holding up the world. The world can't move forward or change because you got all the knowledge, know what to do, know how to do it. Somebody else know how to do it, but because they know how to do it, you don't want them to do it, and you ain't going to do it. But you going to say, yeah, I'm going to do it. We going to get together. We going to go. So you can shut down that person from doing it.
Yeah. And you don't never do nothing.
And look, they still ain't doing nothing. And he see it. And I was telling him that when I was talking to him. I said, you going to see. That lady ain't going to do nothing. Yeah, I know, Evangelist. But she is. We went out. I think they went out one time. We went out and we went down right here in the train station and we gave out the tracts and stuff like that. I said, well, did y'all go out again? No, but we going again. I said, okay, I ain't worrying about it. I'm just asking, did y'all go again? I said, I guarantee you ain't going no more. He said, well, we going to do it. I don't care. If she don't do it, I'm still going to do it. And if you want to come along, you want to do it. I said, it's not that I don't want to come along. I said, I'm just not going to do it because of the simple fact I ain't got no time to be getting in the middle of no tit for tat.
And you know why they wouldn't go out and do it again? Because, okay, I was with him one time when this man was talking to him, but the man was really mocking the Bible and was really trying to get money out of him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that when you see this is what this man playing, I wouldn't even waste my time talking about Jesus to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying that if they got into a situation like that with Ellen Robinson and he wanted to take the lead way, he gonna have a problem with her.
So, yeah.
So if anything possible, anybody talking, and you want to get that aggressive, good talking to the person, you got a problem with her. Because she wants you to stand down and she wants you to talk.
Yep. Jesus say that about going out to pray. Going to the hospital to pray. I think Odom said she went one time with her. And she went and prayed ahead of Ella Robinson. She said, and oh my goodness, Ella Robinson was mad for days.
I know she was.
I said, oh, so that's what that testimony was about when she got up there. People, we need to go out together and pray for the sick, but you got to let people know who's in charge so nobody won't go over them. Nobody won't pray over them. I said, listen, prayer is prayer. Here we go with this prayer again. We go out together and we going out to pray. It ain't no, unless we with the bishop or the pastor. Then of course they the one that lead the prayer. But if it's the evangelists together with the missionaries, we all can pray. Ain't no specific person that's supposed to pray unless the bishop or the pastor or both of them say, all right, I want the evangelist and the missionary to go out and I want Evangelist Odom to be the one that pray. Boom, we know that. So we're not going to go and override. Now, once we get there and she say, all right, you can pray instead, Evangelist Jordan, or you pray instead, Missionary Stephen, or you, Ella Robinson. Well, people feel like Ella Robinson felt like because she was elder, she was supposed to be the one over the outreach.
Yeah. And this is the same thing with the kids, with the children. Okay, years ago they put you over children, but you are over of age. You ain't got no connection with no young children now. You ain't got no mom, no young children now. If you don't see young children look at you, you scared them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't get it.
They refuse to take that away from her.
I'm trying to tell you, sis, that's why there ain't no kids in there now.
Yeah.
And the people who got kids keep their kids close away from her.
Sure do. They thought they had that lady kid. Look, them kids gone. They ain't even got no kids now. That lady ain't got no kids. Maybe when she get there next Sunday, she'll have some. I don't know. She ain't had none this Sunday.
Look, Taisha keep her kids away from her. Michelle kept her kids away from her. You kept your kids away from her. So it's obvious something up with that lady.
Mm-hmm.
She can't. And then got up there one Sunday years ago, pleading to the kids. I love little kids. I wouldn't do nothing to hurt you. I'm like, them kids ain't falling for that mess, miss.
For real, man.
She was up there on the pulpit pleading with the little kids. I love your mother. I love little kids. I wouldn't hurt you. Them kids ain't falling for that mess.
Who else, Robinson?
Yes, she was.
To who kids?
To whoever kids got with her in the audience. Yes,
okay, I got you.
Now, I'm like, them kids ain't falling because I said, just like it was before, Taisha kids, stay on YouTube, stay away from everybody. And Michelle kids, stay away from everybody. But she was up there pleading through her soul, trying to get somebody's kids underneath her belt. And I was like, them kids ain't even listening to you, miss.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she was. I don't know who she was talking to, but she was so up there, almost crying, pleading with somebody's kids to love her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she was. I don't know who she was talking to. But it's still the same. There ain't the right kids running behind her.
For real?
No.
Wow.
That's for sure. But Taisha kids ain't messing with their own people. That's somebody else. And Michelle kids definitely wasn't paying her no attention.
For real, right?
Yeah. I forget who was in there, but she shows up there. You know how she gets to talk and gets to crying, like her soul burning?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just how she was. I'm like, come on, give it up. You need to leave them people
Sis,
kids
let me
alone.
call you back. It's Odom. I'm going to call you back.
Okay.
Let you know.
All right, sis.
Praise him.
Praise him. Did Pastor give you a text that we're going to have service online due to the church being clean?
Yes, I did receive that. I said, okay.
I asked her, I said, are you all right?
Mm-hmm.
She said, well, why would you think I wouldn't be all right? Because we're going to have the church clean. So you're not, I said, what? I said, really?
So you asked her, was she all right? And she say to you in response, why would you think I'm not all right because we having the church clean?
Yeah. I said, are you all right? And she said, sure. Why would you think not? Because we're cleaning the carpet seats and elect. An elder who has a carpet cleaner business will come in this week to give those things a thorough cleaning. I said, really? I said, I would think that we would be honest enough to tell those who were around the Robinson family within the last 2 or 3 weeks to go get tested for COVID. Mm-hmm. That shouldn't be a secret.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you think that was wrong?
No, I don't think so.
Really? See, this is what I mean. You know, everybody in the church should be going to get tested. We was around them. We don't know how long they had it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have to think about it like this. If they had more than 10 days and you didn't get affected, then I mean you ain't get it.
Huh?
I say you got to think about it. If they had it more than 10 days, because you know that was the quarantine time.
Mm-hmm.
So if they had it more than 10 days, and they just getting tested and get tested that they got it, they don't know how long they had it. So if they had it more than 10 days and we was around them and we didn't get no response from it, then it's a possibility that we didn't have it within that 10-day period. And now that they got it, and if our immune system did get a hold to it, it done fought it off. Their immune system didn't fight it off. But if we was around them and we didn't get no symptom, then our immune system done fought it off. I mean, you got to just look at the time period here. Now you pay attention to now that you know they got it. Now you pay attention to and quarantine yourself for whatever amount. I think they said 5, but I guess 10 days would be the thing. And see what happened between that time period. And then you know for a fact that you made it through even though they got it. And if they didn't have no symptoms except for the boy having the fever, I don't know what Elder Robinson had. If she had the coughing, then that's it.
Yeah, but they've been coughing for a long time. So.
Okay, yeah, exactly. That's my point.
So, I'm like...
Something to think about, right?
It don't have to be the first time they got it. It could be multiple times they had it and didn't do nothing. Because, you know, people... And that's what makes me sick, too. Because people come and they know they be sick.
That's true. They should have... If they knew they was around somebody, right? And the person that they was around, let's say, for instance, they was around Johnny and they was around Renee. I don't know whether Renee was it, but I know Renee got sick. But I know these are people that Jennifer and Cheryl was around. So now if you know that you was around Johnny, I'll use Johnny because I don't know about Renee. If you was around Johnny, I'm hearing that Johnny had the COVID, right?
Yeah.
So now, if you know you was around Johnny, now you stay home. Right? You stay home. Let people think whatever they want if they don't see you. But at least you home. You quarantine yourself and you make sure. Because you know, once you found out that Johnny had it, and you know that when you came back, you came to church, Now, in between that time, let's say a week's time from the time you left Johnny to when you found out and nothing happened to you. So you're like, okay, well, maybe I ain't got it. So let me stay home just to make sure. So that way you ain't around nobody else and you playing it safe for yourself as well as the next person. But see, Cheryl kept coming. She kept coming. She thinking, I guess she thinking, oh, I got vaccinated, ain't nothing happening. Just like I said, they threw that in my face. Oh, we got vaccinated. No, I said, well, I'ma stay home. I'ma stay home. Because I didn't get vaccinated. Y'all done got vaccinated. So I'll stay on home. So that way, God forbid, y'all get sick. Y'all won't say that Evangelist Jordan made y'all sick. Evangelist Jordan gonna stay in her little house.
That's right.
And they wind up getting sick anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Evangelist Jordan wasn't around y'all.
From lying and being sneaky. Okay? That's what you see? When you
Exactly.
Okay, and now Pastor talking about her eyes swelling out and going.
Stop, says. You ain't right. Stop.
Wait a minute. You know they had it a long time ago when they You know they had it a long time ago when they came back from Johnny, okay?
Right.
And you ain't saying nothing, but it's affecting you. Because you just had surgery on your eyes and your resistance is low.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly. True.
Now you talking about your eyes swelling up. You better go to test.
That's exactly what she said. She said they was swelling. She said I was.
Yeah, you better go get tested. And you ain't had no really? Come on. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. Because when she came from the doctor with her stuff, her eyes was clearing up.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes was clearing up.
Yep, that's what she said.
Now all of a sudden they starting to bother you. Come on.
For real.
And Cheryl and then Elder Robinson knew something was wrong with her. And she likes to come around you and cough. Okay? She likes to get right around you and start that coughing. Like she want to cough on you. She could be standing a feet away. She'll come all the way by you and start coughing.
Get out of here.
Yeah, she does that. She did that. And Mother would put her double mask up. Mother would put her double mask up. Okay? And I said, you know what? It don't make no sense. People is just evil.
Yeah, they are.
Now they know good what, come on, that's just evil.
Yeah.
And that's why I told Bishop, look, God showed me the way to get rid of my bill. I have to follow with the plan. That's why I told him, if you don't see me at church, it's not that I'm not saved and I didn't went back. No, it's I don't have no money. And I'm not coming out here with no money because I can't do the steps and all of that nonsense. Okay?
Yeah, right. And see, I feel that it should never come to that, down to that where if you don't come to church, you gotta actually give reason. Even though it is a reason, but now you gotta tell people, well, I can't come because of this and that and the other. Because me personally, I think whatever's your business is your business, and whatever's church business is church business, and whatever's God business is God business. So now, I mean, not saying nothing in reference to you telling it, fine. But I really think that was really none of Bishop business. You ain't come to church. Now I see why the Lord had me say that. Letting the people know, I want y'all to remember that you're still saved. Even though you don't come to church, that doesn't mean you lost your salvation. That doesn't mean you going to hell. Because it's not the church that's going to take you to heaven. It's how you live your life that's going to get you in heaven. And that's one thing I raised up under that you coming to church, Bishop Mingle used to let the people know, you coming to church ain't going to get you in heaven. That's right. It ain't going to get you to heaven. And that's why she would say, if only one person get to heaven, it's going to be me. That's why she would say it. Because people was actually stuck on the fact of coming to church, because regardless, they came, huh?
At work, going to work, being obedient to God.
Yes.
They were looking at works. You can't work your way to heaven.
That's
I don't care how
right.
much you be in church. You can be there every
Exactly.
time the door opens.
Yep.
Don't think. Because you there, it don't mean you faithful. You just there because you want to be.
That and
Because
that's
you're
right, sis.
avoiding something else.
Yep. And you coming just to please people. Well, let me go on to church. Because if I don't go to church, they going to say something. Well, they can say something all they want.
That's
I
right.
they can say something all they want. My mind and my now I'm not gonna be disobedient to my pastor and my bishop. You know,
Right.
if it come down where they say, all right, Evangelist Jordan, we need you in church such and such a time. Yes, I'm gonna be there.
That's
But
right.
when things, I mean, if I don't get a direct order and certain things come up where I can't make it, I ain't
You can't
going.
make it. That's right.
I
That's
ain't
what I
going.
said. I said I'm not. I gotta please God, and He give us wisdom and common sense.
That's right.
We gotta act like we got some sense.
That's right. Got to. Because he ain't no crazy God and he ain't got no crazy
No,
sense.
he's not. He's not an incompassionate God and a workhorse. I think the people be coming to church to avoid us being in the house,
Yeah, that's what it is,
and
sis.
that's sad
Because they
because you can be
lonely.
married and lonely too.
Yep, that's right. They lonely. They ain't got nobody. So that's why they always fighting against talking about don't put your family first. Because if you look around, the people that say that ain't got no family.
No, the Bible says your family do come first.
Yep.
Because it said a married woman tend upon the things of her husband.
That's
A
right.
faithful woman tend upon the things of the Lord. So, and that's the way it goes.
That's right. The Lord put it in order. What we supposed to be
Yeah,
first. He
yeah,
said,
yeah.
don't have no other gods before him. But he never said you don't take care of your family. You don't look out for your family. He never said
Your
that.
family comes first. No, your family comes first. That's the first institution of God. Family. Family comes first.
Well, you see, sis, they ain't got none. So that's why they going in like that. They family and family ain't thinking nothing about them. They don't come visit them. They don't come to church. They don't live with them. Nothing. So that's all. I mean, when they be saying that, I just sit there and I just shake my head. I say, Lord, I say you got to give them more love so they won't be worrying about other people's family. Give
Mm-hmm.
them more love one for another. Bishop and Mother Anderson love for one another. Pastor Glover love for somebody. So you know. So she won't be solo. Because I really think Pastor Glover is lonely at different times in her life. That loneliness hit her.
Yeah, because you could tell.
That's right, sis. We on the same page. You sure can tell it. Certain things come out her mouth too, and I be sitting there. I say, I say, Lord,
People, you know what God showed me?
mm,
Not is they lonely, but they broken and wounded.
okay, mm-hmm,
Broken and wounded and don't want to be recovered. Don't want it because that unforgiving spirit.
okay,
Unforgiving spirit. And it's sad because whoever hurt you, even if they dead, you still walking around here with that in you, and they dead. It's nothing they can do.
for
So
real,
you
man.
holding your own self bondage with that hateful, evil spirit.
Mm,
You hoping, you blocking anything else positive from happening to you.
that's the truth, sis.
People, yeah, God. That's what I said, Lord. Mm, 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 mm.
Mm-hmm. Yup.
Something. We gotta be delivered, though. We gotta be delivered.
Mm-hmm.
So Pastor ain't say nothing. She ain't gonna say nothing now because I done said that. She ain't gonna say nothing.
Yes,
But I'm like, you're supposed to be truthful to the people. Come on. Unless she ain't tell me. She just ain't want to tell me.
no, she ain't tell me nothing either. She ain't put nothing about that in there. And
Lord,
Bishop probably say maybe you should let the people know, and she probably said, no, I ain't telling them. I just close the church down, clean the church up.
if she did that, that's bad.
Mm.
That's bad. You know why? Because okay, maybe we didn't catch it, but maybe somebody did catch it.
Yeah, that was
You
there, right?
know, and I'm concerned for Joe. Joe was there. I know they was flouncing and kissing all over Joe Sunday,
Mm.
and Joe got a weak heart. You know, he could have started feeling bad today.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we went there, the bed was down, but he wasn't there. Bishop
Oh.
said his brother was supposed to come and take him. I said, oh, Lord, I hope. I seen his jacket was there. I'm like, I hope the ambulance didn't have to come take Joe again.
Mm. Wow. Well, I tell you.
And I did hear the door downstairs close,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I did hear the door downstairs close, but I didn't hear nothing, you know. And I was like, Joe. So after prayer was over, I went downstairs and I seen where he had the bed down. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, Bishop, Joe was here. He said, yeah, his brothers had to come and take him.
Oh, wow.
I said, take him to take care of some business. I
Mm-hmm.
said, oh, okay.
Right.
I said, no, Lord, you know, I don't want Joe to have to stay in the church.
You know, that's really sad. That's really sad. And I'm here to tell you with not no shame in my bones. If Bishop Mingle was alive, that man probably would have been in her house or she would have put that man somewhere. First of all, we probably would have still had the building across the street. So he would have automatically had some place to stay. And that's what she
Yeah.
said that building was for. She said that building
Yeah.
is for people that comes and they come and they need help or they need a place to stay and they ain't got a place to stay or whatever. That's what that building is for. But apparently it didn't stay to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel for him too. I'm like, whoa, where he at now? He come out of the hospital to go right back in the hospital. Because even though that's the church, he still feel like he not home. He can't
Mm-mm.
be comfortable. He a
No.
grown man. I know he want a bed. I know he want a shower. You see what I'm saying? He's a man. I mean, any man. I mean, after a while, I'm surprised he stayed there that long. But I guess he really can't help himself.
Right.
And just to think that the church, I mean, that's nothing to tell. I won't want nobody to know my church can't help nobody.
Right.
Nobody to know that. Got somebody sleeping in the church. You don't hear that. Where you hear people sleeping
Right.
in the church? I hear the
Right.
church helping somebody to sleep somewhere, or I hear that the church takes somebody in, but I never heard of nobody sleeping in the church.
Right.
Lord Jesus, all I do is say, Lord, we need your help.
Yeah.
These people need
And
your
somebody
help.
said, oh, no, don't take him. Don't let him stay there. I'm like, you know what? God said, if you had, when I needed somewhere to lay my head, and you had all that room over there, you didn't
Mm.
even offer me. Okay?
Mm-hmm. How,
Please.
how dare somebody tell you what to do with your apartment? I wouldn't
Yeah.
have paid them no mind if I wanted to do it. If I could have did it, I would have did
No,
it.
I told you, I said, Joe, you could come and stay at my house. He said, oh, that's all right. Because he listening to them. He listening to them. Oh, no, that's all right. I want to be close over here. Over here. I said, okay.
So just like you said, he listening to them.
Yeah,
Cause anybody with common sense want to get in the bed.
thank you. Anybody in the common sense want to get in the house where you ain't got to worry about no mice running over you and all that.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's cold down there in that basement too.
Mm.
That's when you sleep in it outside because it get cold down there.
Yeah, it sure
Especially
do.
if they, especially if they still have that hole in the door in the back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm.
And Joe is sick. He don't need to come home to that mess.
For real, man. Mm-mm-mm. Poor thing.
Yeah.
I tell you. Well, God gonna fix it.
Yeah. That's I'm proud.
Fix it after a while.
Nice little air bed though. He
Huh?
had, he had a nice twin size air bed. It
Oh,
was like
okay.
full twin size. So it was
Mm-hmm. Okay.
he had a nice one. And it was high up the off the floor. So that was good. It wasn't like it was a cheap one. It was a good one.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
blanket and his pillow.
Mm-hmm.
I said he had his little blanket and his pillow up there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. So I said, Lord, please let him be all right.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. Let us be all right. Keep us
And I was
protected.
looking at fish disappearing. I said, well, Lord, what happened to the fish? Now, I know the fish ain't disappeared. If that other big one is still alive, come on here.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. I was wondering too, where is the fish? Where did the fish? That's why I was like saying to Jennifer, why you standing there looking at a tank full of water? She said, Shan, what's wrong with you? I'm looking at fish. I said, where?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that fish that was in there, I don't see it no more.
Mm-mm. Lord, I'd be too scared to steal from God's house. People don't have no shame in their game.
No, they sure enough don't.
They don't even fear God no more. We living in this is the beginning of sorrow. This is perilous times because they don't fear God no more.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember how he was asking Jan, did he drink
Well,
Elizabeth's juice? And he was like, no, I didn't drink it.
all right, well, I guess I'll go to bed
There goes
now.
the proof.
Now I gotta go get tested.
There go the juice. You see his hand?
If I had anything, it's gone.
They was eating
I
her
just took
food,
me a Tylenol. I'm glad we gotta stay
eating her
home, so
stuff
that's
up.
good.
Who was saving that?
That's another
It was
Sunday
Jamal.
I'll be home. I'm, I'm, a,
And they,
I'm a
see, they be doing
quarantine for
videos. I be
7
watching
days.
it.
Me
Oh,
too, sis.
I be watching it. They be
yeah.
doing stuff on
I'm
the
not
low.
going Sunday. I'm a quarantine for
They be
7
being
days.
sneaky, and
So today is what,
that's
Tuesday,
recent because
Wednesday,
you just got the
Thursday,
microwave.
Friday,
Yeah.
Sunday,
See?
Monday.
See them eating their
Next
food?
Monday I'll be able to go out.
Disgusting. See? It's my proof. See all that?
Yeah, and I'm gonna
Upset.
go get tested.
So they doing that in front of her?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you've been. You cook your
I'm
dinner.
here. Huh?
You cook your dinner already?
Oh, we got big kids here. I cook. I just worry about my husband eating. So, yeah.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yup. I'm here.
All right. I'll speak to you later. Have a good night.
Okay, you too, sis. You too. Good night. They out. They out. Yo! Well, you ain't say nothing.
What's going on? What's going on?
Okay, now show me.
Okay. So this is only just the beginning of it. But he's in there eating her food. So he knows the camera. And Jamel is the one who's doing this.
Oh, but is Jamel eating it too?
I'm not sure about Jamel, but the way it don't look like he's eating anything, but it's Junior. And he asks us for the juice, and she says no. Call him.
He said I caught him.
Mm-hmm.
So now, Lizzie got to learn not to lie. Because she knew. Because I asked her. And she said no.
Well, you asked her what?
I asked her, did Junior drink your juice?
Okay.
And she said no.
Stop covering for people.
Yeah.
That's what that's about.
Because I could tell by the way she answered that she knew. That's why I went to him and asked him. And he said no and went back to the game. And now she's standing there looking at me with that face to let me know that she know that he drank the juice. But she ain't want to say nothing. I didn't know whether she was scared. And a good thing what's name videotaped that.
Yup.
Yeah, so he was taping it. Because he got mad because she said no. That's crazy. What was in the bowl?
It was her food, her french fries and her tenders. So if it went missing, we know where it went.
Yeah.
That's why I know it sounds crazy, but this is why I be saying about how I put cameras certain places.
Okay. Well, it ain't gonna make no
It's
difference
because people lie and I be like, no, I didn't do that. You wanted me to empty this one or this one?
I don't think that one got anything in there. This is the water from Nigeria.
Okay, so there's something in there. You want me to
Is something in there?
get something in here?
Okay, so they both can be empty, but that's the one I need the
All right,
water.
then.
Go ahead.
Dialing is outside of your plan and will incur a 1 cent per minute charge if you continue. You can hang up now to avoid the charge.
Welcome and thank you for choosing freeconferencecall.com. You're helping people around the world communicate for free. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. If you are the host, press star now. Otherwise, please wait and you will be joined into the conference.
They got off early. Normally they be there till 10 o'clock, to 9:30. That was pretty early.
Your dialing is outside of your plan and will incur a 1 cent per minute charge if you continue. You can hang up now to avoid the charge.
Welcome and thank you for choosing freeconferencecall.com. You're helping people around the world communicate for free. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. If you are the host, press star now. Otherwise, please wait and you will be joined into the conference.
Go sit. Come sit.
Please announce yourself.
Sit.
The devil done been up there. He been up there and he lost out. Because he